So welcome to class, welcome to the 60-minute Hatha Yoga flow. Just going to bring the hands down into the lap, shoulders just release back and down. Good, check in with the neck, so want that neck nice and long and chin just level to the floor. Allow the face to soften, let the jaw soften as well. Slow deep inhale, slow deep exhale. And just allow the sensation of that breath to bring you into your body. So if you've had a really busy day so far, or a hectic night or whatever, just see if you can park that for now, and just be here for the next hour. Is it harder than it sounds? But I do find the breath and feeling the breath move through the body and in and out of the body really, really helpful. And again, if that doesn't work, try and make the breath audible so you can hear it, even if it's a big sigh. That's great. If you can hear the sound, hear the breath as well, again, that can be very helpful to anchor you into the next hour or so. Alright, so let's start our movement straight away. We're just going to bring the shoulders up, releasing them back and down, and then again slowly up. Exhale. As you bring the shoulders down, feel that wonderful opening across the chest. Lift, activation across the upper back. Lift and release. And again, lift and release. Good job. Dropping the hands to the floor behind you now. We're just pressing into the fingertips, lifting the heart, lifting the chin. Opening through the front of the throat. You can take 3 lion breath here. This will really wake up the face and neck, throat chakra. So we take an inhale, big exhale through the mouth, and we stick the tongue out and lift the drishti, lift the gaze up. Let's go. Good. Come back to neutral spine. Well done. Bringing hands onto the knees now. Going to wake up the spine. I think it's called Sufi grinding. It sounds painful though, doesn't it, saying that? So just circling around. We'll say that instead, I think. So neck and shoulders again, nice and relaxed. Feel the fluidity of the spine. Lots of fluid going through the spine. Just moving that around. Coming back round the other way now. Again, just take your time. Go slower or faster than I'm going. I'm really just here as your guide. Let you be your guide, ultimately. Okay, and just coming all the way back to center. One hand to the floor, other arm reaches up. I want you now to just soften those front ribs in, tailbone draws down, so you feel the abdominal muscles starting to gently engage. And just come over into a small side bend. I want to switch on those abdominal muscles a little bit before we go. Inhale, lift. Exhale, over. I'm bending the supporting arm. Inhale, up. Exhale. Inhale, up. One more time. We exhale, over. We inhale again to come up. Good job. Okay, the arm you've got up, we're going to wrap that behind the back now. And the opposite arm reaches across. So I've got my right hand coming across. And I'm turning towards my left. Good, again, spiral up through the spine, draw navel into spine 2, and a little bit of lift again on the pelvic floor. Hold it here. All right, coming back to the center now. Other arm comes up, nice deep breath in, navel into spine again, a little lift on that pelvic floor, reaching over from there. And again, just coming back to the top. Let's go again. Exhale, over, and we lift. Exhale, over. Breath in, coming up. Good. Exhale. So stretching through one side, shortening through the other. So you've got strength and flexibility happening at the same time. Exhale. Good. Coming up the arm you've got up. We're going to wrap that behind. Opposite hand comes across from there. Again, lifting the breastbone. Shoulders just drawing back and down. Chin level to the floor. Nice deep inhale now, and as you exhale, spiraling up from there. Just breathe. Great, and then just coming all the way back to center. Reaching the legs out in front now, just coming into Dandasana pose. So we've got the legs just stretching out, nice and active, they're nothing too floppy. not here. So draw the toes back towards you, engage through the thighs, the hands are down either side of the hips. We're drawing now the shoulder blades together, feel that lift through the breastbone, lift the throat too. Try and adopt this posture as much as you can throughout the day. It really, really helps your energy levels, focus, posture as well. Okay, we're walking now the hands forward. We're going to keep the gaze forwards to keep us alert, okay? So chin just level to the floor. We're elongating through the spine. Enjoy that stretch through the back. You might feel that quite intensely through the calf muscles and hamstrings. Okay, and then we're reaching right hand over to the left side. Now bringing that down forward. Put blocks under the right hand if you can't quite reach. And I'm going to float that left arm out and up. So we're going to get those mid-back muscles working. A little work into that thoracic region too. And then releasing all the way down. Exhale, forward fold a little bit more now. No force though, please. Just take it nice and gently. Okay, bringing the left hand across, use blocks under the hand if you need. Little rotation there. So again, not forcing it. Those feet should be staying in line with one another. Otherwise you've got a twist in the back that we don't want. Okay, and then again just popping the hand all the way down from there. I'm going to roll all the way back up. I'm going to activate the core a little bit now. I like to do that before we do the bigger postures. Just to take strain off the back. That core gets worked just switching on as and when you need it. Much less work for the lower back to do. So we're going to plant the feet flat to the floor. We're going to lift nice and tall through the spine and just float the arms forwards. Now if you find sitting on a hard floor too much, feel free to put a blanket underneath you again. Just going to tuck now the hips under, chin to chest, roll back. So if any of you have done Pilates with me, you'll recognise this movement. Just taking a little roll back, little tuck under the pelvis, and then take your time to lift up. Okay, tucking under from there, round through the spine, and then we lift. So eyes on the horizon, and then as we come back, we can just drop that gaze a little bit, just to encourage the flexion of the spine. If it's too much, you hold the legs. If you want to take it further, go lower. Okay, yogi's choice, 2 more. And again, coming up. 1 more time from there. I want you to really zip up that core now, lift the pelvic floor too, and again release. Good job. Okay, let's take a twist. I'm bringing my left leg back, the right leg is out in front, and I'm just gently wrapping the right arm around. Okay, right arm around left leg, left hand to the floor behind. Doesn't really matter which side you do first. We're just using this twist just to release the spine a little. Okay, back to centre of thought. So again, just bringing the leg back, wrapping around. Nice deep breath in. Exhale to twist. Ah, feels so good. Hello, spine. Okay, coming back to the centre from here. All right, we're going to move on to hands and knees now. Just coming over into a box position. Okay, we're going to go straight down into puppy pose. Now I like to keep the neck neutral, forehead on the floor. If you prefer to bring the gaze forward, you be my guest. So exhaling, nice big reach with the arms, pressing down into the hands. Just press all the way down. Spread out the fingers. Get a little traction in between the hands and the mat. Opening through the shoulder joint. Again, back and the neck nice and long. Feel the space through the rib cage and through the spine. Just breathe. So get a really good lung expansion in this position. Walking the hands back towards you now, just coming into cat stretch. Let's come up onto the fingers and thumbs. We're rounding up through the spine. Head releases down. Release down from there. Lower back drops just a little bit, lifting the chin. Roll back up through the spine. And release back down. Okay, let me go back to that lion breath 3 times on cow pose. Round up, inhale. Exhale, lion. And again, roll up, exhale. 1 more. Good job. Tuck the toes under, let the bottom come back. Arms again just reaching forwards as we spread the toes out. So getting that stretch into the feet. If your feet don't if your toes don't quite tuck under, you can just move them into into position. Okay, and then descend the weight back. So the weight's going down onto the feet, stretching into the toes. Okay, so just energizing those feet, ready for our balancing positions. Okay, we're going to come up into downward dog now, Adho Mukha Svanasana. So let's go. So bringing the hips up, neck nice and relaxed, heels sinking down towards the ground. Now feel free to pat the feet a little, bending one knee and then the other. Give the head a little bit of a shake. Awesome. Okay, we're going to bring it forwards now into high plank. So just taking a little bit of a step back, we come forwards from there. Now if you find that a little much, please do bring knees down to the floor. You change it up as you see fit. Alright, otherwise we're going full plank. So heels push away, the arms are locked, back of the neck is long. Now tuck the tailbone in ever so slightly, it's just very subtle, and see how those lower abdominal muscles switch on, and also the pelvic floor. We exhale back into downward dog, taking the right leg up towards the sky now, just reaching up for a moment, and we're bringing the right foot in between the hands. A little bit of a pyramid pose, so we've got the right foot forwards, left leg back, but I'm going to keep the feet parallel to one another so we get the max stretch into that left calf muscle. Sink now the right hip back a little and let the head relax down from there, okay? So chin in towards the chest. Slowly inhale and exhale. Alright. And then from here we're just bending into that front leg. So bending into the knee, just coming forward. We're going to float the arms up from there. Nice to inhale as you reach, stretching into the fingertips. Crescent lunge. Now, normally we go super low on this. You know, we work towards getting that front leg to a right angle. That can be really hard on the back. So I'm just going to stay a little higher today. So feel free again to drop lower if you want to. Or just staying up if you know your lower back is a little bit delicate. Alright, going to bring hands to the heart now and just bring right elbow onto right thigh. Take a nice open twist here. So using your core, I want you to press the elbow into the thigh, pull the belly button into the spine too. Hold it there. And then take a twist the other way now. So really working the legs now. My right leg's shaking a bit, how's yours? So again, just take a little bit of a twist there. Left elbow to right thigh. You got it. Downward dog. Hands to the floor. Let's take a step back. So again, head just relaxing down. Let the heels sink down towards the floor. Just pausing here. Let's take a moment. Okay, we're taking our left leg up now. So lifting from there. Placing left foot in between the hands. Sinking the hips back. Well, the left hip at least. Okay, the feet are parallel to one another. The right heel is sinking down towards the floor. Inhale. Exhale as you fold. So again, just letting that head relax down. Inhale. Exhale. So it can be kind of intense through the posterior chain of muscles. Just try and breathe into it. But of course, when it gets too much, you ease off. Okay, bending now into that front leg. We're taking the arms up from there. Okay, you don't have to go super low into this. Different benefits to staying a little higher up. You do what works for you. Let's use that big expansive breathing now. Bringing hands down to the heart. Left elbow goes down to the right thigh. Take a twist from there. So slowly turning. Shoulders are just drawing back and down. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Let's go to the other side now. So exhale, right elbow comes across. Again, really using that core. Arm presses down into the leg. Alright. And then slowly bringing the hands all the way down. This time moving back into plank position. We're going to bend the elbows a touch this time, slightly different. Knees flex a little And again, just work on tucking that tailbone in. It will look like it's more gentle than locked out plank, but actually it's not. So you might shake a little bit, okay? So just that little flexion helps to take the pressure off the joints, but the muscles have to work harder. Okay, knees come down. Let's take Balasana, child's pose. The bottom sinks back, arms reaching out in front. Spreading out the fingers and draw the shoulders down away from the ears. The knees can be together or apart, whatever works best for you. Keep stretching out with the arms. Okay, and now we're simply walking the hands back to the knees. We'll come into Uttanasana from there, so just a standing forward fold. So hands to the floor, let the hips come up. Hinging forwards from the waist, so nice big reach. Head hangs down again. Again, feel free to have the knees a little bit bent. Head's just hanging heavy. Okay, bend the knees to touch now and we'll roll up through the spine from there. We'll come straight into standing cobra, so just bringing hands onto the back. We're pressing the hips forwards. Elbows draw towards one another as you lift up the chin. And then just coming into a neutral position with the spine. Okay, so mountain pose. Let's meet in the middle of our mats in mountain. I'm going to take you through a little bit of a standing flow now. So we'll start with triangle pose. So just stepping out to either side, we're reaching out with the arms too. Turning the right foot out, lift the left heel, turn that away a touch. I'm exhaling, bringing right hand down and left arm up. Good, let's soften the shoulders down away from the ears. For a little more energy, we could bring the gaze upwards. If that's too much on the neck, just look forwards or maybe drop the gaze down towards the floor. Good, so again, stay nice and long through the spine. Keep pressing down firmly into the feet. All right, we're coming up now. Use your core. I want you to just bring that hand away from the shin, push real firmly down the feet, actively draw that navel into spine. We're coming up from there, reversing the arms. Good. Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2, arms level to the floor. We bend deeply into the right knee. Slightly longer stance for most of us. Get that tailbone drawing down. Good, pausing here. All right, moving in and out. So let's bring hands into Anjali Mudra, straightening the right leg, and then we exhale, come back down. Take your time, come up. Exhale, down. 2 more, lift. We exhale, so we open and close the joints. And coming down. Plant now, right hand down to the shin. I've got my fingers turned in. And I'm reaching over with the left arm, side angle pose. We're just going to stay here for a moment. Okay, now let's work to draw that left shoulder back a little as the right shoulder shifts forwards. Keep pressing firmly into the feet. Good, okay, keep that core strong now. Right forearm drops down. Maybe bringing right hand down to the floor or onto a block. Your choice. Just breathe. Take your time now as you come all the way up. Wide leg forward fold. Prasarita Padottanasana. Turn the toes in a little. Heels are wide. Hands onto the hips. We exhale, fold forwards, bringing hands all the way down. Breath in, exhale to fold. So crown of the head comes down. We lift the shoulders away from the ears. Keep pressing down firmly into the feet. Energize the legs, so pull up through the thighs, lift through the arches of the feet. Hold it here. Inhale, exhale. Enjoy that feeling of opening through the upper body and energy through the lower body. Good work, everyone. Let's flatten out through the back now. Bringing hands onto the hips. We inhale to come, so really grip with those hips as you come up, okay? Jump or step feet together. We return to mountain pose, arms down by our side. Let's pause here, just breathe. So good to just check in every so often when you're doing standing posture and Tadasana, just checking in the bandha work. So while we're still engaged in the core, how's our posture and our breath, and where's our mind gone to? You might need to reel it back in. Okay, all right, let's go again. So we've got Trikonasana on the left side, reaching out with the arms, nice and strong. I've got my right heel turned away a little, my left toes are pointing towards this end of the mat now. Exhale to simply turn the arms from there. So nice and straight forwards. We're going to reach on out with the arms now, nice and long through the spine. Good. See if you can get a sense of space through the body, expansion and space. Maybe bringing the gaze up, maybe just keeping it forwards. Good. Now press down and out through the feet, yeah? So again, feeling that core really starting to work. Fantastic. Okay, one more breath. Hover the hand away. Again, checking you're nice and strong in your center. Take your time as you come up. Reaching up and over now with the left arm. Right hand is just resting down. Let's come all the way up from there. Arms level to the floor. Exhale now, bending deeply into the left knee. We ground down into that back foot. Tailbone draws down. Good. Virabhadrasana. Awesome. Okay, so let's press firmly into the feet now. We come into Anjali Mudra. We exhale, reach back out with the arms. Take your time as you come back up. And again, reaching out. Take your time, come on up. And again, float the arms out. Good. And again, slowly up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Great. Okay. Bringing our left hand to thigh. We've got the right arm reaching over. Extended side angle. Parsvakonasana. Good. Keep it here. And then draw the right shoulder back a little. Left shoulder loose forwards. And then maybe just bringing that left forearm down. Maybe bringing left hand down to the floor or onto a block. It's entirely up to you. Just breathe. Good. Okay, taking your time now as you again come all the way up from there. Breath in. Exhale, hands to hips. We're again folding forwards. Okay, so this time, hinging from the waist, we're bringing the hands forward. Spread out the fingers and thumbs. So as though you're in downward dog. So loads of space through the body. Now if you know you're really flexible in your lower back, just try tucking the tailbone in a little, and that'll just take the pressure off the lumbar region. Okay, let the head just relax down. Energize those feet again, spread the toes, lift through the arches of the feet. Walking the hands back towards you. Heel toe the feet in a little. We're bringing hands onto the hips, dropping it straight into goddess pose this time. So, turning the feet out to either side, we drop the pelvis. Tailbone draws down. So you're feeling those front hip bones lift a little and the pubic bones move forwards. Good. Okay. Keep it here. We're going to reach the arms out, cactus arms. All right. Inhale, straighten the arms now. We exhale, pull down. Make fists with the hands. Inhale, lift. We exhale, come down. Inhale, up. We exhale to come down. Breath in. One more time. Pausing here. Good. Stretch out the fingers and thumbs and come on up to Tadasana. So again, just bringing the feet back together. I like to have my feet a little bit apart in Tadasana. I find it nicer on the back, so feel free to have a little play around with your foot position. We'll come into tree pose now. This is a lovely posture to recenter after big movements. So let's just shift the weight over onto the left leg, bringing our right foot up. So the foot can either come up, of course, to the inner thigh, maybe the lower leg, maybe you need to move over to a wall, or maybe you'd like to take that a little further and change it up into half lotus. So to do that, we use both hands just really carefully and slowly, bringing the heel up and turning that sole of the foot up towards the sky. You can reach up from there with the right arm or maybe both arms. Please don't try this if you're beginner to yoga. I suggest just staying with Vrikshasana. Okay, just take your time. Take your time with the yoga. Hands in front of the heart maybe, or again, arms up and over. Good, now press the hips forwards just ever so slightly so you can feel that left glute muscle switch on. That's going to really help to stabilise the hip joint. Good, releasing the arms down from there. I'm going to step out to the side now with that right foot. Step back with the left and we come into half moon pose. You might like to use a block for this. I much prefer it. So I've got a brick-like block. I'm just popping that down onto the floor. Okay, so we just load up that right leg. So my right toes are just pointing to this end of the mat now towards my big plant. And I'm just going to float nice and slowly that left leg up. I'm going to roll the left hip back to open the front of the pelvis. See how you go there. Ideally we're locking the legs, we're pushing into those heels and reaching on up now with the left arm. How are we doing? Good. One more breath. Take your time to come up. Find yourself in mountain pose. Lifts the energy, that one, huh? Okay, let's try it on the other side. Vrikshasana or Adho Padmasana first, so tree or half lotus. So we pick up that left foot now. So we've got the inner thigh. Feel free to use a wall, by the way. Coming up a little higher, or again, you just real carefully rotate that knee joint as the sole of the foot comes on up. Okay, so you find what works for you today. Arms can float up from there, or again, we just keep them low. Could always do different either side. There's no rule book, I don't think, to say you can't do that. Rules are kind of to be broken a little bit. Okay. Well done. All right. Woo! More wobbly on this side. Okay, let's hold there for 2 more breaths, staying centered. Push the hips forwards just a touch. Stepping out now with that left leg. So you've got an external rotation from the hip, yeah? So the left toes are pointing towards this end of the mat. I've stepped back with that right leg. I'm going to exhale now, bring left hand down onto the block. And then from there, launching, come on up. So right leg lifts, I'm moving that right hip back. Reaching up from there with the the right arm. If you need to keep the hand on the back, that's absolutely fine. Good. One more breath. Take your time to come up, and again, just find yourself in mountain pose, Tadasana. Good, okay. Let's come back again to the center of our mat. Good time to take a little sip of water. We haven't got any twists for a little while, so I think it's okay. Coming into half moon pose now. This is lovely, energizing posture. It'll get our spines ready for dancer's pose. Interlacing the fingers now, I invite you to stretch up with the arms. The grip we've got for the hands is called Kali Mudra. We interlace fingers and stretch up with the first finger, and we cross the thumbs. This is a fantastic mudra for helping channel energy, especially female energy. That female being goddess Kali, who's pretty fierce. So if you need to be more fierce, walk around doing this. Okay, so arms reaching up. Be careful where you do it. Tuck the tailbone in a little, yeah, so we get that nice elongation through the spine as opposed to a back bend. Not going to back bend just yet. Nice and strong with the legs now as you reach up and over to that right side, okay? So again, pulling up through the thighs, spread the toes, and just be here. Just make this shape and breathe. Really? That's all yoga is. You make shapes, you breathe, you stay focused. It's a bit more than that, but we can think it's ever so complicated, but if you do those things, those 3 things I just mentioned, then You know, you're on the right track, let's say that. Okay, come on up, and then up and over to the other side from there. So strong through the legs, reaching over. The kind of magic takes care of itself, I find, if you get those 3 things in place. Good. Okay, lovely. One more breath. All right, good job. We're coming up. Arms released down. Okay, so we're ready now for dancer's pose. Lovely energizing posture. Going to pick now the right foot up. So I tend to hold around the outside of the ankle. I find that nicer on my lower back, which has been through the middle a little bit. But if you did want to go deeper into it, you could flip that right hand around, palm faces out, and then as you kick back, that pelvis can turn out and you can move more deeply into the posture. Okay? If, like me, you have a bit of a delicate lower back, I invite you to take a hold around the outside of the ankle. Okay, we're reaching up with that left arm. Now, get focused. Gaze is forwards, the standing leg is locked. We reach up from there and we start to kick all the way back, all right? So reaching strongly with that left arm now. Strong kick back with the right leg. So you feel energy through the entire body. It's not an easy posture, but it really pays off. Let's hold it here for 3, 2, 1. We're going straight into eagle. Oh my gosh. Okay, so bending both legs. Wrap the right leg over the left. Bind the arms. I've got right arm under left. If you can't do that right now, that's okay. Let's take prayer position. Holding again for 3, 2, and 1. All right, come on up. Relax the arms down. How'd that go? I didn't know I was going to do eagle after that. It just happened. All right, so from here, I didn't know. I'm going to bring the left foot up now. You can flip the hand, palm facing out if that's where you want to go today. Just be mindful of the lower back. We're reaching up now. Right arm. Okay, let's get focused. Gaze is forwards. Right leg is locked. We're doing it. Okay, so reaching forwards from there. Again, really kicking back with that left leg. Solid through the right. Again, feel the strength and energy through the entire body. Just breathe. Okay, one more breath. Garandasana Eagle, come on up. Wrap that left leg around the right. Sit down into it. Bind the arms, or again, come into prayer. The bind would be left under right, if that's where you're going. And hold. Coming again into mountain pose. Well done. Arms relaxed down. Nice. We do about another 5 minutes of standing. The rest of the class we're stretching out on the floor, so stay with me. All right, so now we do have a twist. Okay, we're going to work our way back into side angle pose. So reaching out from there, set the feet. I'm coming to my right side first. So right toes turn out, left toe turns away. Exhaling to come down. So we're going to come into our regular side angle pose to begin with. I prefer using a block in this. So that's what I've got. Take what you want. Alright, so nice long strong line from those left fingertips to the edge of that left foot. The right shoulder's moving forwards. The left shoulder is moving back. Just slightly, just a touch. Okay, it really stretches into the diaphragm muscles, helping you breathe better. This posture is strengthening for the heart. So many benefits. Alright, we're taking our time now to come all the way up from there. We're coming into revolved lunge position. So I'm going to lift that back heel off the floor now. Turn my hips to this end of the mat. We're bringing our hands together again. You may like your block there. And from here now I'm bringing my left hand down onto the block. And my right hand is going to my lower back. Okay? You could just have left elbow on the thigh if you don't have a block. Twisting from there. See how you go. And then you might like to reach up with that right arm. You might not. So tune in, see what works for you today. Good, hold it there. And then we're walking the hands around anti-clockwise. Bring your block with you. And we're coming into a wide leg forward fold. We're going to let the neck have a little bit of a rest. So bringing the crown of the head down onto the block. Hands just a little forwards of the feet. Slow, deep inhale, exhale. Woo! Okay, hands onto the hips now, strong through the legs. We're coming back up. Tadasana, mountain pose. So just bringing those feet back together. Okay, how are we doing? Big posture, that one, big energy. Very, very good at lifting the mood. Okay, alright, so let's go to the other side now. Jump or step the feet wide. Again, we reach out from there. Turn the right heel away, left toes turn out. We're bending from there deeply into the left knee. Alright, so just coming on down. Okay, turning the arms now. So bringing the forearm down, right arm reaches over. Again, another long reach there, reaching into fingertips. Enjoy that lovely long line through the body. Okay, feel free now to drop the left hand down onto the brick. Little rotation now through the torso. So the right shoulder comes back, the left shoulder moves forwards. Neck is long. Traditionally we bring the gaze up to the helmet. I think that's too hard on the neck. With our posture these days, it's a little bit too much. Good, just enjoy that feeling of space, feel the heart working, diaphragm is stretching, can only be a good thing. Alright, one more breath, and then we release. Come on up from there. So take your time to lift. Woo! A little bit wide there. We're going to lift that back heel off the floor now, hips swinging around. Swing around. Okay, inhale, exhale, come on down. So just bringing that right elbow to the outside now of the left thigh, and then I'm bringing the hand down onto the brick. Okay, you could just have elbow on the thigh if you don't have a block. Left hand onto the sacrum, see how you go, maybe reach the arm up. Good, holding it here, you're really working the psoas muscles here, so big muscle group, holding your pelvis together, kind of, along with the pelvic floor. Also helps to attach thigh bone and spine onto the pelvis. Okay, releasing from there, bring the block with you, let's go. Swinging around, last forward bend now. So crown of the head, again, comes down onto the block. Now this time you could just apply a little bit more weight onto that block as you take the hands wide. So the fingertips just going around the outside edges of the feet there, tailbone draws up. And again, back of the neck is long. Hold it here, pull up through the thighs. Let's breathe, just breathe. You might find as you get warmer and more flexible, you need to drop the block down so it's on its lower side. Okay, walk pressing hands onto the mat now, flatten out through the back, straightening the arms, and again we bring hands onto the hips. Let's come on up from there, jump or step the feet together. Well done. Okay, we'll come to the top of our mats now. We're going to hinge forwards and move again into plank position. Now we're nice and warm, so a really good time to take a deep back bend. We can do that lying on our front floor bow. So let's take a breath in, reach on up. We exhale fold. Not doing full sun salutes today. We're just going to take a step back. Okay, enjoy that plank position, enjoy that. I know that's a strange thing to say, but if you're, if you can do some form of plank, you have some strength, and that's a gift. Okay. All right, bringing the knees to the floor. I make sure every day I thank my body for that. All right, let's come down onto our front now. I'm just going to bring the feet up towards the bottom. Okay, and then let's see if we can reach back, take hold of the ankles. Now, if that doesn't work for you, if you can't quite reach the ankles, that's okay. Just take cobra pose instead. It's no problem. Let's start to kick back now. Now, the arms are relaxed. You do not need to pull with the arms. Keep the hands nice and firm, of course. And then kick back real strongly with the legs, chin level to the floor. Good, so you've got no pressure on the digestive system, that's kind of helpful. Just breathe and then lift the drishti. Lift, lift, lift. Exhale, release all the way down. Let the head just turn to one side or relax down onto the hands. I'm just going to keep my head up because of my mic. Alright, we're going to do that one more time, gang. Woo! Okay, so from here, again, bringing the feet up, reaching back with the hands. Now, if you can get your feet quite easily, then you can just flip the hands around so the thumbs are on top and the hands on the inside of the feet. You get a bit more stretch in the shoulders then, so just chucking that out there as an option. Just breathe, hold, and again, we release down from there. This time, before we get too comfortable, we're coming straight back into child's pose. So knees wide. This time, let's keep the gaze up. We've got to stay awake. Hands under the chin, gaze is forwards. Just breathe. Good job, everyone. Hands to the floor. We're coming all the way up, straight into Dandasana. So hands either side of the hips now. You draw the shoulder blades towards one another. Chin is level to the floor. Right angle at the body. Good, notice the heart rate, notice your concentration. Bring awareness back to the breath. Okay, so we'll just come into some seated twists now. Let's try Menoyoga, so Lord of the Fishes. So you're just going to bend into that right leg, drop the knee down. So the right foot is just in front of that left hip. I'm bringing out the left leg up and over, okay? If that doesn't work for you, you can take props, like a folded blanket underneath the hips or blocks, or have the right leg straight out in front, or both. I've got now the right arm just coming over, so the right elbow is just resting onto the thigh there, and then we rotate gently and slowly through the spine. Again, chin just level to the floor. Enjoy that rotation, giving all your organs a little bit of a squeeze here, nice little detox when you're warm. Alright, and then coming all the way back round. I'm going to flip this into boat pose just for a moment, just so you don't notice it. Alright, so again coming up, hover the feet, arms are reaching away. Again, lift the heart, lift the chin, float the arms, and come all the way down. Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, knees out to either side. Feel free to take props underneath the legs if you need. Inhale, lift tall through the spine. Exhale, folding forwards, or just stay up here with me. That's also cool. I'm at a point now I don't want my hips to be more flexible, so I tend to stay up in this. Less is more sometimes. Okay, and we release. So coming on up if you're forwards. We've got right leg going over left now. Menoyoga. So reaching back with the right hand. Left arm comes up and over, and we take a gentle twist from there. Good. So I'm not forcing the elbow strongly onto the leg. I'm just taking it nice and gently, nice and slowly. Again, forcing the spine into positions, it doesn't pay off, not long term anyway. Alright, and then release. Okay, just one more balance. So from here, again, just hovering feet off the floor. Feel free to hold the legs. A bit stronger, arms forwards. Stronger from there, hands back behind the head. Maybe stretch the legs out. Holding for 3, 2, 2.5. I went up then, didn't I? 1, and relax. Okay, Konasana. Take the legs out to either side. Press into the heels. Anyone's been to Mysore, you know the half counts, but I went in the wrong direction there. So drawing the toes back, walking the hands forwards, spreading out the fingers. It's very hard to laugh when you're in pain, but I did it. Okay, so folding forwards, and maybe resting down to the floor. Also, up here is okay too. It's all good. Breath. Slow, deep inhale, exhale. Right, so take your time now to come all the way up. Okay, gang. Alright, so we just come back into Dandasana now, so just bringing the legs back together. We'll take a nice big Paschimottanasana, pressing into the heels, exhale to fold. So hands just coming over the feet maybe, or hands either side. That's going to give you a bit more support. If you're quite adept at Paschimottanasana and you want to take it further, so if you can easily reach the feet, then you can take a block, place that around the feet, and then pull on the block as you fold forwards. That gets really strong into the calf muscles. That's just another little option. That's a really nice post running stretch, by the way, because you really get into the Achilles heel, tendon, and calf muscles. Okay, and then just take your time there as you come up. Okay, good. I'm going to come down onto our backs now, working our way towards Shavasana. So come on down, give yourself a nice big hug, you deserve it. So wrapping around from there, hugging in, stretching into that lower back. Planting now that left foot down to the floor, simply reaching the right leg up. I'm going to take hold of the big toe, Yogi Tola grip. Hold of the big toe with the first two fingers. If that's out of reach, we take your hands around the back of the leg or place a yoga strap or similar around the foot. Now let that lower back relax down into the floor. You're welcome to have this left leg flat down as well if you wish. And then elongate through the back of the neck so the chin is in towards the chest. And just breathe. Just breathe. We've really shaken up the energy in the body, so you might feel your legs are a little shaky. We did quite a lot of standing work, so this is a great one just to wind down and do towards the end so you don't wake up tomorrow feeling stiff. Okay, so just releasing down from there. We'll just do figure of four stretch, recline pigeon. So resting the right ankle to left thigh now, hands around the back of the left thigh there, and then flexing that right foot, so toes point up. Up to you if you want to make that a little stronger, just pulling the left leg in and using your right elbow just to nudge the leg away. Slow down the breath now, actively slow the breath down. That's it. Okay, and release. Popping the right foot down, left leg comes up now. Again, holding around the big toe if that's available to you. Otherwise, just sending the hands around the back of the leg. Soften the shoulders down, back of the neck is long. Hold it here. Release the back down into the floor. And again, just have that right leg down flat to the mat if that feels good for you today. Awesome. Hold it there. Just breathe. And then again, just coming into your figure of four stretch. So bringing left ankle to right thigh. And then lifting from there, right foot off the floor. Hands around the back, the right leg there. And then nudging the left knee away a little. Press into the left heel, toes point up. Right, just breathe. Planting now the feet flat to the floor. We come into Setu Bandhasana, shoulder bridge. So have your block handy. We're going to place that between the thighs. Arms are down by our side. Okay, so press firmly into the feet now, lifting the hips up. The back of the neck is nice and long. Keep sending the hips up, arms pressing down. Good, chin towards the chest, so stimulating the thyroid glands, throat chakra. Nice stretch in the back of the neck, keep gripping onto that block. So you should feel like your lower body is working. And releasing down from there, good job, okay. Give yourself a little bit of a hug. I'm going to invite you now to do that one more time. If you wanted to take it a bit more gently, you could simply take the block underneath the sacrum, so around the back of the pelvis, not into the lumbar spine, that might be uncomfortable, but you just rest the hips down onto the block. Or go for your stronger option that you just did. And just breathe. Just let the weight sink down now. Just let the weight sink down. Three more big breaths here. And then releasing down from there. Okay, I'm going to invite you now to come over to the wall. If you don't have space wall-wise, you could place your legs over the sofa or armchair. So just wiggling the hips in. Legs come on up. Again, you can just rest them over a chair if that's more convenient for you. Okay, this is called legs up the wall pose. Funny that. Draw the toes back towards you. Arms are just going to rest out to either side. Lower back just softening down into the floor. Feel free to close the eyes and again just allow the face to soften. Inhale, exhale. Deep breath in and out. Just let the feet relax a little now. Allow the body to be heavy. Big expansive breathing. And then you might like to stay here or set yourself up into corpse pose. You're just letting the legs rest down onto your mat, just lying flat on your back, maybe a bolster underneath the knees. Do what feels best for you. You're going to be here about 5 minutes. If you're coming out of legs up the wall pose, we bend the knees in, roll to our side, and then come straight down onto our backs from there. So just take a moment to set yourself up. Allow the face to soften. Let the gaze soften. Feel the jaw relax. Allow the breath to just come and go as it pleases now, like the body and the breath are old friends. Arms and legs relax. And just feel now the spine softening down into the floor. With each exhale, feel the body becoming a little softer, a little heavier. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, breath in, breath out. Just breathing in your own time now, own pace. Getting a little heavier with each breath out. I'm going to take 10 more breaths here before closing the class. So either staying on your back, or legs up the wall a little while longer, or just giving the fingers and toes a little bit of a wiggle. Bending up the legs, rolling over onto your side. And then pressing the hands into the floor as you come all the way up. Feel free to keep the eyes closed for a few moments. And then we'll just rub the hands together. And then let the hands just rest onto the closed eyes. And let the hands come away from the face. Allow the head to just relax down for a moment and then slowly opening the eyes back up. Well done everyone. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this session.